This is a horror game podcast. It is meant for mature audiences. It may contain adult language, violence, and sexual themes, as well as shocking revelations. Viewer discretion is advised. Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome back to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I are playing the Delta Green role-playing game. I'm your host, Thom Raley. The scenario is Operation Decommission. It was written by Thomas Grooms, who is also our game handler, and this is episode 4. Our recap will be given by me as my character, Agent Largo. But before we begin, we do have 2 new patrons. John Fairchild has pledged $5 a month, and Jason Gay has pledged $3 a month to our club. Thank you so much, John and Jason. So, without any further delay, let's continue our journey into the darkness. The following message was received by Agent Clarice approximately 2 weeks following the events described. It was encoded DGAL1-19-98-0614. Ghouls. Possible connection between brick house and listening facility. Suspect large underground enclosure. Dispatched 3 preternaturals posted as guards. Canine features. Great strength and resiliency, hard to kill. Smells like rotting meat. All agents were injured except me. Lucid is patching. Suggest extermination team assist. Possible large-scale infestation. Have gathered weapons for assault. Survival unlikely. Will return to Brick House at 4:30 a.m., attempting to sterilize. Also, no sign of loophole. End of line. The following are my unrecorded thoughts. I was on watch when the others went to capture the transient. I observed the lights of their vehicles from my vantage point. Then I heard gunfire. I immediately left my post and ran to assist them. I managed to arrive on time to kill one of the aberrant creatures. After we dispatched 3, we returned to our makeshift headquarters and sent a message back to Delta Green. We may be in over our heads, but these agents are determined to prevail, even against all odds. We cleaned up, suited up, and armed up. We made 4 napalm Molotovs. We returned around 4:30 a.m. The bodies of the dead ghouls were still there, so we pulled them into the house, since we were probably going to burn the structure down anyway. Entry into the structure was unhindered. The basement showed evidence that the 3 creatures were using the house as a guard post. They seemed to have the same basic needs for entertainment that we did. Stacks of magazines and television to allay boredom. There was a door leading further underground. Above the door was a metal poster, Protect America, and Securing a Better Tomorrow by Altering Today. It seemed at first meaningless propaganda, maybe for some sort of cult. At that point, something happened that I cannot explain. 3 of us became transfixed. I can't speak for the others, but I was mentally transported to a terrifying place, a temple. And there on the throne, an unspeakable gore was a black tentacled monstrosity that defied all physical description. It spoke to me in thought impacts. It told me it would bring back my dead wife. But all my training told me that it was lying to me, making promises in order to influence me. I remembered that I am a Delta Green agent. I have been trained for these tricks. I resisted. It was as if I was attacked, by 100 ghouls. And then I was back in the basement, assuring the others that I was fine. There was evidence that these things were living down here and that they had young. We moved forward into a room with a gangway at the far end. We were suddenly fired upon by what looked like human guards. I managed to hit one of them as I took shelter in a sideway hall. Then one of the agents lobbed a Molotov, which hit the grate and exploded. Someone, someone yelled in my direction. I turned quickly to be confronted by a woman transforming into one of these ghouls. Behind her was a child, a girl. I I can feel the blood rushing into my head. My heartbeat, it's pounding in my ears. Everything seems to be slowing down in my perception. She grabbed me. I was confused. I can hear Lucid calling out. I feel her claws sink into my arm. She is lifting me off the ground. I weigh nothing. Then the dark worms creep into my eyes, and the blackness takes me.
Thank you. That was great. It's been a little bit, so I kind of want to set the stage again. We're just going to go through and each player, and I'll kind of remind you where you're at, what we're doing in this, and then get a sense of what you're thinking during this firefight. Um, Remember, it is pitch black. There is the Molotov that is burning, that's providing some light to you. You're all bleeding pretty much. Some of you much more patched up than others. Um, you're getting into that zone, all of a sudden you just open this door and rattled by machine gun fire. There seems to be two large men up there. Largo kind of disappeared. Again, it's dark, it's chaotic. All all your senses, all your training is just you getting in that tunnel vision, and you're just going to have to rely on your training and your mission. So let's start with, I think, Genome. You are, what, Genome? You were firing behind it. There was a large wooden table in this big meeting space, this
Right.
conference room, and I think you're behind, underneath of it.
Behind or underneath the
Yeah.
table, yeah.
And again, the two men are firing above, so they're pelting the top of the wooden table, but it's a solid table.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, you can kind of see that little tent, makeshift tent, pink blanket over top. The music's playing. What? Let's do "Humping Around" by Bobby Brown is playing off in that distance. You've also got this weird siren-like thing humming going on that's piercing that song that's playing. And the light from that Molotov, you can see that, and it illuminates the two men that's above it, right next to Graves standing there. But it's not going to last long. It's burning down. You do have flashlights, but it is dark, and there might be an occasional red light here or there, but other than that, that's it. Um, what are you thinking? What are you doing? What's your plan to get out of this?
So G or Graves is at the ventilation shaft near where the Molotov was thrown, correct?
Right. He's
Okay.
up against the concrete um,
Okay.
platform, big ventilation shaft right next to him.
Okay, and then I apologize. So and then Largo is off to the side where the thing had grabbed him. Okay.
Yes, he kind of disappeared into the dark.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay. So since and the other two who are firing are above Graves.
correct.
Correct. All right. So I'm gonna shoot at one of those guys to, just if nothing else, try to provide like covering fire for Graves since he's, so close.
Okay. Yes. Why don't you go ahead and take that shot?
No, I missed.
Yeah, you're using a handgun.
Yeah, a handgun. Sorry.
Yeah, your 9 millimeter pinging off the metal. I mean, there is like a fencing in front of them. They seem brazen. They're just standing with their guns, with their M16s, taking shots where they can. One has been hit repeatedly and looks like he may have been wearing some kind of armor too, some and it's been torn up a bit, but he's firing. All right, so that was Gino and Griffin. You're firing from behind the stairwell. You came down that long stairwell, and I think you're right next to Lucid, and you're both firing over top of each other, probably one down, one up, taking turns coming around the corner. Um,
Yeah.
you've been receiving the brunt of the firing, but you're well protected, and I don't think you've been hit yet. Just bits of concrete. Um, the only thing loose or Griffin that you'll see that might take you back is from behind the two men. A metal tube comes flying out.
I'm gonna
Black.
shout grenade.
Yes, you can see it kind of reflect in the lights coming your way.
Yeah, and I'm gonna roll around and try to take cover as quick as I can.
You do have a big door, that you could kind of just go behind.
Exactly what I'll do.
What else are you doing on this? I mean, what do you think? Is this a no-win situation, or we gonna? The stairs are right there. You could be gone. You and Largo or Lucid could be just gone.
No, I'm not leaving without my team. So, and I think at this point my training is kind of taken over. So I'm just trying to get out of the line of fire or out of the explosive range. That's yeah, totally consumed by that.
You're one of the ones who saw the sign, had a discussion with this dark god. Give me a pal roll while you're yelling grenade.
29. That's a pass.
Okay. You something was nagging at you. That sound maybe was kind of creeping in. You don't even hear the song that's being played. It's just this humming noise. A lot of chatter, coming into your ear, like lots of voices you don't understand, but maybe you do if you really want to listen to them. Um,
Don't have time for that right now.
that's what I assume. Largo, you're okay. So you've had this panic attack. You've been lifted. You've kind of hyperventilated. You kind of everything kind of went dark on you.
Yeah.
You feel, lifted off the ground. Now you're as you're coming to, as you're waking up, and somebody slapping your face, Largo. Your eyes are coming. It's loophole. You're in a room. There's all these computers and these lights flashing and monitors above and stuff. Loophole's going, come on, Largo, come on.
I summon the strength that I have, and I go with it. I assume I'm now unarmed because whatever I had got
No,
dropped.
yes, whatever you had on your gun, but you still have your pistol or and your knife and whatever else you were
Cool.
carrying.
What the? I'm, at this point, I'm not going to ask questions. I'm just going to trust Loophole, and I'm going to follow him, and I'll ask questions later.
Give me an alertness.
Oh, would help if I had my myself. Uh, I got an 80, so I'm not paying attention. I'm
You do
just trying
catch
to stumble.
that there is a little girl, 12-year-old girl, kind of behind one of the workstations. Again, this monitors you could see around you. There's all kinds of different views of airports, of police stations, the interiors of police stations, any place you could think of where there's a camera, there's a
Like
monitor going.
mentally, I guess I'm thinking that they've somehow all kinds of tapped into, well, wait, this is what year is this? Well,
90. This is
that
still,
they've
yeah, this is
somehow
90.
tapped into hacked into people's surveillance, I guess.
Yeah,
Um,
we're not
so I'm
completely
looking at this.
failing.
Are we running down a corridor or something?
No, you're in this big room with all these computers and this hum, and Loophole was slapping you
Loop.
awake.
What the hell is going on, Loop?
I don't know what brings you here to this. What are you doing? What guys
How
firing on?
how long have you been here? We
I've
came looking for
been,
you.
I've been here for days. These people, I mean, they're not bad. I mean, I think they're working on the same side.
Well, we were told to get rid of the Majestic 12. That's what these people are.
No, I think they're feeding information to I think they're Delta Green. I mean, they've
How
been
could they
nothing but
be?
nice to me.
How could Delta Green do send us to fight Delta Green? That doesn't make any sense.
No, it didn't make any sense to me, but I
Are
completely I think something's wrong. Bad intel. I don't know.
are they
The reason.
cowboys?
I think it was just an old, yeah, I mean, maybe they're just an old station just got forgotten.
Uh,
There's not many
uh
people down here.
you got to understand. I can't just accept that because I mean we've seen monsters, we've seen ghouls. Haven't you seen them?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, I got grabbed early by some of the sentries up top. But I don't think they're evil.
We're not here to judge whether they're evil or not. We're here to judge if they're other, and they're definitely other.
As as you say, other, he kind of sniffs you. Give me a pal roll.
He sniffs me.
He sniffs the air. Give me a
Uh,
pal roll.
oh, let's see, 41. My POW is
Oh, down.
50. So just pass.
No, I guess you just haven't seen the light.
What the fuck? Are you compromised? Have you turned?
Turned into what?
That's what I
I
want to
have been,
know.
I've kind of been reborn though. I don't know if that's compromised.
Look, Loop, you're a Delta Green agent. You know the kind of tricks that these things play. How could you possibly fall for that? You were a good agent.
No, I mean, I've been convinced that these people are not evil. They're not doing anything against Delta Green. They're not working for Majestic. In fact, I think that's where Delta Green's getting all their information. How do you think they know where to send these teams? Do they have anything like this? Have you seen anything at Delta Green?
Dude, you know that Majestic 12 would know a lot of stuff about Delta Green. I mean, they came out of the same thing.
Maybe, but they've been nothing but welcoming to me.
Well, then make some sort of announcement over the loudspeakers and tell everybody to stop firing. As far as we're concerned, we have to exterminate this place. That's why we're here. That's why we were sent. Are
Maybe
you
you
on
can
our
talk.
side or are you on their side?
Maybe you can talk everybody to calm down and just let some of these people go. They have families down here.
Yeah, we saw that. What the fuck's that all about?
They've been here for a while. I think, again, they've been forgotten about. As you contemplate that, let's go to Lucid.
Hey. Yeah, Lucid's on the stairs. He is the most junior out of all the agents and is definitely a little bit overwhelmed by the firefight going on around him. He's seen some heavy stuff as a paramedic, but he's never been in many firefights like this before. Having Griffin nearby helps, but he keeps thinking back to the some of the things that he'd been told when he was first brought in, that somebody has to live to report back to Delta Green, and as much as he'd like to be the guy to live and walk away from this, he also knows that he can't leave Largo. Largo saved his ass too many times. He owes a debt to Largo. So I think if he hears Griffin yell, he would yell grenade. I think he had also witnessed Largo been grabbed.
Yeah, I think you were the
When,
one that did catch.
so he's been thinking about moving up towards the bathroom area on the map just across from the stairs, thinking that the wall there might give some cover. And if that might be a place to shield when Griffin yells grenade, then he's gonna dive that way.
Okay, so you would go kind of just straight up.
Yeah.
Um, you saw that Largo did go kind of off to your left with
Yes, to the far side of the room.
yeah.
Corridor.
He's kind of wondering if he goes from the wall, if he can join Genome in the middle behind the table, and then follow behind right across. That's like
Make a
heavily
quick
exposed to gunfire, but
again, the stairs right there. You could
it could be out. Yeah,
be
could
that
be
person gone.
locked. Yeah, got to report back. Got to make sure someone comes to clean this up. But Matt, that might not be for Lucid this time. That might be poor Griffin who has to stay by the escape route just in case. We'll see.
I'm gonna give you are you trying to get then to the table where
Yeah,
Genome is?
let's do that. Let's do that. Yep, I'm gonna try to
Why don't you
join.
just give me a quick what a give me a quick dodge roll or
Yeah.
an athletics.
Let me look here. If yeah, let's go for that dodge. Dodge is at 50, and I got a 73.
Okay. All right. It's not very it's not a good jump. It's not a good dive. It's not very graceful. You trip, you maybe slam right next to Genome,
Not in cover.
not in cover, little sore. That grenade flies over top of you. You can hear it, the metal clinking onto the ground, the concrete, far enough back as it pops. And just a heavy black smoke starts to roll out of it.
Oh shit.
All right. As you see that happening, Graves, your ventilation shaft right here, that Molotov cocktail, the flames are dying down from there. You did hear something moving in the shaft prior. Two men above you firing. You're in good cover. Um, as before I let you take over, though, you do hear that there's a voice that comes in small child, small boy's voice um, comes back. It comes through that grate, echoing through that metal tube. They better not hurt mom and dad. And then you hear a woman's voice, a deep, dark, guttural voice, say back, just turn, says back, just stay back, boys, stay back. Auntie's got it. All right, it's all yours. Great.
My Graves immediate in his mind, he's like, fuck, shit, like back. Something bad's coming, but the other boys are pinned down and he knows what he's got to do. Are there stairs that go up to this platform, or is it a ladder, or how is the method of
There would be stairs that you'll have to come out a little bit and run up these metal stairs. One thing that you may have noticed too on the big circular grates is that they do swing. They're one can open up. They're not locked, but it looked like there was a locking mechanism on there, like would have been like a padlock.
but there's nothing there now.
There's nothing on there. You're
I'm
hearing this voice coming through.
Oh shit. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. I'm gonna whip out the police detective. I have my handcuffs,
Yes, exactly.
and I'm gonna slap them on to the grate. There's like a makeshift lock, real quick. And
Excellent.
with one hand, I have the shotgun aimed into the grate as I'm like hooking it together. We're gonna have company real soon, fellas.
That's a great, excellent, perfect. It'll definitely deter. It'll buy you some time here. All right, so we've got some, again, incidental fire. Nothing. The Griffin and Lucid had pulled back. That smoke is rolling out. We're gonna do another round here. Back to Genome. Lucid is fallen. This heap of a guy is slid next to you.
So I think Genome is gonna grab Lucid and pull him behind the table to get him into some cover and yell, "We need to get out of here!" I my goal is to let the smoke kind of do its thing for a couple, however long it needs to at least obscure, and then take off towards where Largo was dragged away. But if I can't do that this turn, then I'll just wait until next turn, and yeah, and just pull Lucid behind the table. You're on mute, Tom.
Thanks. That smoke is filling up that space near the stairwell door where Griffin is now. Not going to ever provide you any cover,
Oh, okay.
but because it's behind you. Yeah, you can see. You can almost, even if you look over towards where Griffin was taken, you can almost see a little bit of glow, probably from you're a scientist. You're quite familiar. Computer glow, computer screens.
Okay. Then primarily I'm just gonna pull Lucid behind the table and just again just yell, "We need to get out of here!" And kind of point at the direction of where Largo was taken down, and just kind of wait and see what happens.
Yeah,
All
we're
right.
not getting out of here without Largo, so
Wait, he's down that way. We need to go that way.
Griffin.
Yeah, so I think if I see these two guys cowering behind the table and I'm hiding behind the stairwell, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to shout to them, "Get ready to move!" and then I'm gonna swing around and just put my gun on full auto, and it's just shout move, and just
Cover
lay
them.
it and lay it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let both of you take off, Genome and Lucid if you want to this round or
Yeah.
wait. But let's do that after. Um, let's go ahead, Lucid.
Yeah, on that note, as soon as Stefan or as soon as Agent Griffin calls out, Agent Lucid's gonna go after Largo and see if he can get to the other side of the room.
All right, Griffin, why don't you give me open up, see what you got. Are you aiming at one particular man or just
No, I
hovering?
did roll a 21, which is a success though. So
Blow him
I
away.
was, yeah,
Oh,
I was laying down.
okay.
It was the idea was covering fire in their general
Right.
direction. So
Well, that was a pretty decent covering fire. So
yeah.
you pelt one of them in that's up there. There's a white guy and a black guy that you can tell wearing the same basic uniforms, but the black guy has been hit a few times. The white guy has not. So we're gonna go ahead and just let you do damage to that white guy.
And what am I, a D10?
Yeah, I think that yeah.
That's 4.
All right. Yeah, it definitely slams into him. He's gonna return some fire. As yeah, the concrete starts to get
Oh yeah,
blasted
I
away
see.
around you, Griffin, as you
Yeah.
take 2 points of damage. I don't know if don't forget your armor, but yeah.
Okay, so I take 1 point of damage then.
So probably just shrapnel off of that concrete.
Okay, yeah.
Too.
Okay, yeah. Then as soon as I guess I will just roll back to where I was before, then out of the line of fire again. Classic.
Lucid and Genome, if you're gonna make that dive, again, I think are you gonna just run across or are you gonna try to dodge athletics? I'll give you either one if you want to.
After the last roll, I think Lucid is going to aim for pure speed alone and just try to go as fast as possible.
Yeah, I think genome, the technical term is haul ass, is
Oh,
what
yes,
he's going
there
to
you
do.
go.
Well, let me let me just do an alertness check to see. Oh, they both of you slide out of that. You may catch a glimpse of somebody behind those two men. There's another shadow
Yeah.
back there as you run into this hallway that curves. So off to your right, it curves around, and that's where the glow of those computers monitors are. To your left looks to be a door. Um, it's heavy. It's a solid door, closed. And I will get back to you and after Graves.
Oh, you're muted, Graves.
Thanks. I know that after Griffin is yelling move and lays down cover fire, I use that as an opportunity. Like I kind of skirt around the grate, and I'd like to kind of make my way to try to go up the stairs, like shotgun out, like tactically going up
Oh,
and
yeah.
just like first person I see up there, just
Dang. Yeah,
popping
you're
'em.
you're going for it.
They're firing at my boys. I gotta do something.
Um, yeah, as you come around that corner there, um, the large, and this is probably why they didn't see Genome and Lucid take off. The large African American man, like I said, he's riddled. He's bleeding a wee bit. um, jumps right in front of you.
No hesitation, just straight firing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go for it. He's wide open.
Firearms
He
roll,
doesn't
is that
have
right?
hmm,
Firearms roll is
firearms.
what
Yeah,
you.
you're
Unfortunately, that is a 73 over 50. So,
I think it just startled you, and
yeah.
big man, he knocks it to the side a little bit. You can see that he's clearly changing into this ghoul.
Shit.
And he's asked, do you believe in God? All right, top of the genome. You are in this, you've got this left-right situation.
Where
Oh,
did we see, or you said that I saw the like glow of
yeah, that
monitors or
would be
whatever.
off to your right.
I think that's where
Yeah.
I would,
Do we call?
probably a good point. Yeah, yell out for Largo, but I'm still kind of
Largo,
pointed in that
yeah.
direction.
Largo, you hear this. This is yours.
Yeah, I've been listening to all the gunfire.
Yeah, you had
Um,
that conversation with Loophole. Loophole's like, calm them down
I'm
and
give me
you
a
all get
give
out of
me
this alive.
give me a microphone or something I can. Do you have an
Well,
intercom?
I don't think he looks up to the girl behind the young girl and she shakes her head.
All right, I'm gonna yell towards the corridor that's leading to where the noise is coming from. Uh, I'd want to use some sort of code so that they know that it's me. I'm going to yell like code blue green 29 and um, I'm going to yell, we might be making a mistake. Cease fire.
The fuck? You hear that?
This is
It's Largo.
What?
He's that way.
Yeah, lucid genome, you clearly hear this.
Yeah, then
that
I'm
doesn't mean
gonna.
that I'm not compromised and you should just ignore me.
Yeah.
That's- it's
It could be a
definitely
trap.
Yeah, I think at least I'm gonna head towards the direction of Largo's voice, but a bit cautiously, gun pointed ahead.
Do you want to
I'll
cover me if I go in?
I'll stand right in the middle so they can see me as I'm coming.
All right. I mean, I'm sure you're doing this tactically, you and Lucid coming around that corner. It's a curved corridor. Um, and you see Largo standing there, Loophole's right next to him, kind of behind him a little bit, using Largo as cover. You see that there's a young girl behind a workstation. You see all these monitors, computers set up. It's not a huge room, but it's a pretty good sized room. And this just buzz. I mean, this is a lot of computers, a lot of electronics, a lot of sophisticated hardware.
And would I
Something is
recognize Agent Loophole?
Oh yeah.
Okay, it's our missing member of Elsa. Wow. So I'd half wondered if I'd see him differently, but Largo, you okay?
I'm fine, a little beat up, but I think there's been a mistake. I'm not sure, but I think we should at least find out before we continue. There are kids here. I don't think that Majestic 12 would have children in their facilities.
Well, we do have a job here, Largo.
I know we need to discuss that because I think that Delta Green might have made a mistake.
That could put us at a major tactical disadvantage. You two
Yes,
down on the ground now. Put your hands behind your back. I'm
all
sorry,
right.
Loophole, but
I'll
you've been out of.
comply.
No,
Yeah.
not you, Largo. Just step away from the others.
Well, you
Oh,
don't know that I'm not compromised. So
loopholes. Like dude. I mean, come on, Lucid. Genome, roll. Give me a PAL roll.
Yeah,
You're right
and
next to the Lucid.
I failed.
Okay. So that memory, that encounter you had with the very dark god, you start to hear those voices chittering. You start to understand it. Um, they're saying, come join us. I mean, what are you doing? You can live with us, live forever. Look at all this equipment. Look at what you could do. You could explore to your heart's content, whatever you want as a scientist. I mean, think of the good you could do. Forget about Delta Green, Majestic. They don't mean nothing. You can live down here with us forever. Or go anywhere you want. No one's keeping you here.
Do do you hear that? I can hear
No,
them. The,
but we could tell the others we got hostages. There's a kid here. We'll drag them back and get them to throw down their weapons, and this can be done.
yeah, we need to stop. I think Largo's right. I think Loophole's right. I don't think this is what it seems to be. I think this is something better.
I'm not sure that you can actually do anything to the guards or the others. They seem to have some sort of healing factor. There's been science going on down here, but it's not Majestic 12. Loophole thinks that it might even be Delta Green, maybe started by the Cowboys
I
30
don't know
years
that.
ago.
I can't put the others in danger and take the chance that he's telling the truth. I have to keep to the mission at the moment. Uh, on the ground, everyone.
Genome, yeah, what are you thinking? I mean, again, sounds like a pretty good deal. I mean, you don't have anyone to go back to. What do you,
Lucid, no, this is not what it seems. I we need to stop. And
What the fuck? I'm new to this. I thought you guys were fucking pros at this. We go in, we clean the place out. That's what the job is, isn't it?
I don't think we can do it. I think that they can kill us, but we can't kill them.
and we can learn from them.
you know,
I'm gonna walk towards Lucid.
all
Oh
right,
fuck! Stand back,
Genome,
Largo.
Genome, this is completely your call. You're, you've heard this voice. You've been offered life eternal, the facility, anything you want. Live forever. But these people can't live. Okay, play it out.
It's not that I don't think we can solve it peacefully, but if we're going to solve it peacefully with everyone else surrendering and us hearing the full story, and then we decide. I'm not putting down my weapon until I know what's going on here.
What are you gonna do as I walk up to you?
Jesus Christ, Largo, don't make me do this.
I got nothing in my hands.
If you're compromised, yeah, I know what you can do. You're faster. You could have a knife hidden on you. Don't fucking make me do this.
I swear I don't. I'm your friend, dude. I've been training you all this time.
But
Loophole
this is
says,
a
Loophole
180.
Lucid. Come on. Totally compromised.
Shut up, Loophole.
Totally
Jesus.
compromised.
We'll see if you allow this, Thomas.
Allow anything.
No.
I'm gonna bring my hands down here where Loophole can't see my hands, and I'm going to use sign language, which we might have learned a long time ago.
Yeah, I'll give you that. If you
Sign
guys have been
language
working
to
together.
tell Agent Lucid
Very
we've
simple, though.
already informed Delta Green about this place. They'll probably firebomb it. We might as well find out what the fuck's going on.
But we can find out with. I mean, we can find out with us
Talk
in
out
charge.
loud.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm reading it out.
You have nothing to lose. Loophole says to Lucid, he's Largo's totally compromised. He's been talking nonsense over here.
But since I'm standing next to Lucid, with my free hand, I'm going to put it on his shoulder and say, "We need to stand down. We need to listen to them."
Okay, let's Graves, you're completely unaware of what's going on. Griffin, you may have caught that people have left into the darkness, but it's just pretty much Graves and Griffin out there taking fire. Graves, this very large man just asked you, do you believe in God as he takes the end of your barrel of your shotgun?
Does he bend it or is he just
No.
like holding the end of the
He
shot?
moves it to his head. The guy above him yells down, "What the hell are you doing?"
And he says, "Do you believe in God?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Jury's still out for me, but you're about to find out the hard way." And I pull the trigger.
You can hear please forgive me as you just blast this guy.
Peace was never an option.
Now that opens you up. You've got this headless man now in front of you. Clearly one of the shooters right there looking down at you with his rifle.
Can I really quick with my other hand grab the headless body and use it as a shield and put my shotgun on top of it?
Sure.
Perfect.
I like that.
Great. We're gonna do that.
Strong guy.
Yeah.
All right. We'll let that play out. Back to Genome. This is all your action. You've seen what's going on. What do you want to do?
So I put my hand on. I had put my hand on Lucid and said, "We need to stand down," and looking to see what Lucid's doing. Are you still like backing up and?
Oh yeah. He's been backing away, but is there any type of? Can I like roll a psychology for a genome or something like that to try to gauge? He's been giving me some strange signals here.
I guess you can read him. I mean,
Would it be humans?
human, you haven't worked with Genome for long, so
Yeah. I'm just a little bit nervous that suddenly Loophole and Genome are like best friends in the world, and I mean I hardly knew Loophole. Would Human Int be okay?
yeah, do it. Give me a
Okay. 000. And I think that's probably a bad thing, is it not?
you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna go with the opposite. I mean, Genome's fine.
Oh,
It's all good. Your experience. You don't know him very well, but he seems to be a straightforward, upstanding member of Delta Green, and what he says is pretty solid.
I don't like
Weird
this
situation. So
this could give us the leverage we need to end the firefight without anyone get. But if you think we need to surrender, he looks kind of helplessly at Largo and lowers his gun.
And when Lucid lowers his gun, Gino says, "I'm sorry," and shoots him.
You fucker. Oh.
All right, that was not what I expected, but go for it, Genome.
Don't worry, Genome is horrible at this.
He is
So
pretty bad. You cannot hit.
So
That
is
means
Lucid. So if
you shoot
I
me
missed.
instead.
yeah.
I missed.
So Genome just took his shot. All right, we're gonna stay back in order. Griffin, you've heard this pop down. You saw
Yeah,
what's going on with Graves.
yeah,
You also heard the single gunshot.
yeah. So I think I'm more concerned with what's going on with Graves, and so I was like I was kind of like aiming in at the guy who was facing. I don't know if I can see the other guy you said was above him with a rifle.
Yeah,
If I
you
can
can
see
take it.
that,
You can see him.
I want to take a shot at that guy.
Please do, because it's not gonna look good for Graves here.
Oh, 25. That's a hit.
Nice. Big numbers.
10.
Yes.
Nice. I got lucky.
Oh yeah. That knocked him back. Yes, Graves in front of you. All of a sudden, Griffin, well, someplace, somewhere, bullets just riddle into this mm, large man who's kind of turning into a ghoul in front of you with a M16 pointed right at you. Just gets riddled with bullets.
Hell yeah. That's G Cell. That's G Cell. We always stick together. We never turn traitor. It's perfect. We're tight.
Solid group.
Solid.
Solid group.
No weak links. It's great.
Yeah, as he pulled back on that hit, that was a good solid hit. All right, we are at Largo. Largo, you saw what you just saw.
Yeah, when Agent Genome fires his gun, of course it makes me jump because it went right
That was
past me
unexpected.
and tried to hit Lucid. I am going to just automatically turn and I am going to tackle Genome to the ground. And I've kind of got a double motivation. Maybe not tackle him like a football player, but I'm going to tackle him and push him back into the computer units that are behind and possibly attach the C4 as I do that. But
As you're attempting that, as soon as you move, you can give me an alertness roll.
oh, a 9.
You
What's
definitely
my
know
alertness
that
anyway? Oh,
loophole is
Yeah.
grabbing you. He is,
he's grabbing me.
yes, he is going to make. You can hear, maybe you catch the shadows of his arms, very large arms with very large claws on the end, start to come at you from behind as you're charging after Genome.
So how do we resolve
You
whether
can either dodge, you can either keep going after Genome with your action, or try to dodge out of this claw.
I'll let's say I'm dodging, but I'm not consciously dodging. I'm just moving right when let's see if
You won't
he
be able to
just misses
plant
me.
any, yeah, you won't be able to plant any
Okay.
C4 or anything like that, but
Okay, I got a 40 out of 50 on dodge. So he doesn't
he
quite grab me, but I hit Genome. Is that fair?
he got a pretty good roll on his attack on you. Yeah.
Did he get a crit?
Yes. No, he did not. So, but he's higher than you would have been on your dodge. His attack was higher, closer to his attack number.
Okay.
Let's hold off. No, you dodge, you jump, you're right there at Genome.
Okay.
As you barely miss these claws. You can feel them just let's do that. I like it. All right. That was Largo. Lucid.
Is the kid still? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, kid's there. She got a kind of a smile.
Oh, well, that might change. I'm kind of contemplating. Oh man, I kind of want to grab her and hold the gun to her and see if that'll shut this down. But
She's behind. She's back behind,
yeah.
like
Okay.
a loophole. Largo. She.
I
And
was in
and
front of you and Genome was there, and I jumped at Genome
yeah,
and Loophole
It
and
may
Loophole
have
went after
occurred
you.
to you, Largo, that you're still missing the woman.
Yeah, no, I've thought about that. I don't know where the hell she went. Unless Largo's changed more than just his ghoulish
Loophole.
nature.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot Loophole then. Let's
Yeah, as you clearly see that this loophole is not the loophole you know.
no. Let me just see here. Firearms, there we go. It is unfortunately a miss, but as I fire, I think I am going to back towards the door, at least away from Genome and ready to take cover if he should open fire.
Okay, Graves, you've just you're using this body of this large man as a shield. The white guy had been hit multiple times. He seems to have backed off a little bit. You can make your way up to the platform or back off.
Yeah, where's the guy who's been hit, the white guy? Is he visible, or do I have to move to get to
You'll
him?
have to, you could take a shot at him. He's still there, but
Okay.
yeah, definitely got distracted by the blast to the chest.
Yeah, I mean, the mission is to eradicate everything in here, so we're focusing on that. So I'm gonna take a shot at him.
Shoot him.
All right. Okay, that is a 44 under 50.
Oh, nice. That's crit. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, sweet. So what does that do again? The crit?
That full damage plus a roll.
Okay, my shotgun does 2d8 damage. Um,
Jeez.
so that's 16 plus another d8 or
Yeah.
2d8?
Give me a roll. If it's wrong, then we'll.
Six
I don't think
and
it matters.
4, so 26 points of damage total.
Yeah, you definitely blast the rest of that that guy.
Holy shit. And I yell, I'm like, go! Covered in blood.
The only thing you do here is a slight gasp from someplace up on that platform. Remember, it is dark. That fire is almost completely out now. You just have a few lights here and there. Um, your sense is that there's someone up there still
But the
in the darkness.
firefight aspect of this has ended, right? Like
Um,
those were the only people
between the
shooting
two,
these.
yes.
So I'll yell down. I'll be like, Griffin, Genome, you all right?
At this point, as that fire is dying down, you can hear something rattling that ventilation grate. Something large is shaking that grate underneath you
Oh shit.
because you've gotten up top, almost to the top of the platform. You're still on the stairs. That grate's kind of below you, up against there. You can hear something shaking. Griffin, you
Griffin,
can
Genome,
see
something's
the
coming.
shadow of a very large ghoul. Female. Got a hold of that. Great. There also seems to be two small children behind her, but very ghoul-like
Well, I don't
Okay.
like it.
at her legs, right at her legs.
Okay, I'm gonna drop the clip out of my gun and reload another one if I have one.
Yeah.
Like it.
All right, Graves, that was yours. Let's just genome. You are in this. You've committed. You've picked a side. I'm assuming. The light as you've done this, um, you can see really well now. That darkness is gone. You can. It's like somebody turned on the lights. Your senses are heightened. You can smell the blood all over the place. There's hints of rotting meat behind you somewhere in the back corridors. You feel strong. You feel really good. Um, in fact, at least 2 more hit points, really good. As the blood starts to rush through your body, and yeah, I think you've chosen well.
Is so Largo has me pinned down or had at least tackled me.
He dodged out from behind from Loophole's grasp. He's right there in front of you,
I'm slamming into you.
Okay.
but you're faster than Genome. Actually, you feel really fast. Add a 10% to your
Oh,
to your
jeez.
deck.
Um. Okay. So do I need to dodge out of the way, or have I already
No,
done that?
no,
Okay.
yeah, he was trying to fall into you or jump into you, but yeah, this is completely you. You're standing strong, feeling good.
So if I can't do this because it's too much, tell me. But as I am moving out of the way of Largo, can I grab one of the Molotovs that I had and light it and throw it at him?
Yeah, sure. Light the place up.
Okay. I don't remember what we were rolling for that.
You can do athletics or do we have a throw on this?
No.
No,
So
it's
athletics.
athletic. Yeah, may not be your strong suit right now.
And no, nothing physical is Genome's strong suit, which is part of what's going on here.
It's not really that difficult because he's literally right in front of you.
Right.
I
Yeah, say,
mean,
what's the
Okay.
chances you light both of you up accidentally?
yeah, just really, I mean, see if you hit. Things are
No,
going to get caught on fire, but as long as you didn't crit fail, you've
I,
thrown
f-
it down. Huh?
I failed, but I did not crit fail.
Oh, so you've thrown it down. You come close to Largo, um, but you've not hit him directly. Now there's flames going on
Is
right
there,
here.
so would it be safe to say that there's flames between he and I? So
Oh
at
yeah,
least he's
yeah.
cut off from
And
me.
Lucid right there too. So
Okay.
he's kind of thrown down. He's like a magician that's thrown down a smoke bomb or something like that, and poof, right in front of him, it's flames all around. This place will go up. I mean, there's
Yeah.
desk, there's at least this room.
And that's mission accomplished in some ways too.
All right, that's Genome. Griffin, there's what instead of those lights of those monitors, there's flames going on.
Yeah, I think I'm concerned about what's coming through that grate. So I'm going to shout, Largo, we need that C4! And I'm going to start shooting at the grate, just right
Right,
into it.
yeah.
A 0-3. Wow, I'm hot
Oh,
today.
that's within the lethality too of that for the ghoul. Yeah, as you slam into, um, you open up into that large female ghoul she drops back with a scream. As the
Fantastic.
small
Yeah.
ones next to off her on her legs start to yell and howl hideously.
Keep
All right. Nice shot. Largo. You dove from loophole. Genome threw a Molotov down. Didn't catch you. It's really close though. In fact, give me let's do it just a luck roll. Lucid, why don't you roll a
Yeah.
luck roll as well too? Just
45.
you're good.
And that's just a
Um,
50, right? Out of
50-50.
Right.
22. First good roll.
Okay, you're both out of the flames.
Oh,
You're
Lucid, you
fine.
wasted an extreme.
I guess yes, it is, isn't it? Because it's doubles.
Uh,
But you're not on
so,
fire. So
so if I dived for Genome and Genome quickly got out of the way, so more or less, then I just slammed into the computers as he dropped the Molotov, and I luckily missed getting hit by the burning liquid. Can I take that opportunity to slap the C4 mechanism onto the computer consoles?
oh sure.
All right. And I'll, press the button to set the, I don't know,
That'll be your
what do we say?
action.
10-second timer?
All right.
30-second timer.
You see Largo slap this on Lucid.
Yeah, I'm already thinking I gotta make a run for it. So back to the others. Is it my turn?
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Okay.
you're right after Largo here. All right,
Okay.
so let's just loophole and the little girl is behind. Largo jumped forward, but Lucid, we were off to the side. Genome, you are you could leave this computer room because the fire is right in between you, Genome, and everybody else.
Can I roll a stealth to see if I place the explosive where nobody noticed that I placed it?
Let me do an alertness.
Okay.
How about that? And Lucid, if you want to do an alertness, Genome, if you
Sure.
want to do an alertness. To see as you
Success, actually 09.
I got a success too.
All right. Yeah, you've seen that he's slapped something on this.
So I'm gonna run for the door. If it means I have to run a wide course around the fire
Yeah,
and
you ought to
around
get around the
Genome,
fire.
I will-
Genome be right there.
yeah, I'm pulling out of there. I'm gonna start yelling and I'm gonna call out for Griffin or Graves and yell, "Guys, we need backup. Genome's turned on us."
Okay, and then Graves.
Shit, I hear that and I'm like, there's no way Gino has turned on us.
Yeah, not Gino.
You're crazy.
Solid. He's G-Cell.
You're crazy. I know you said there was a sound up here. I'm gonna scan like I'm in a frenzy, wild with the shotgun, like just to see if there's any other living anything up
So
here.
you're coming up your shoulder height or so above this, on this stairwell is coming up. You see this big concrete platform that's there. It's dark as you scan across. Give me alertness. If you get a crit, I'll give you something.
My alertness is 60, and I'm rolling at 82, unfortunately.
No, you don't see anyone up there.
Okay. Then I'm gonna, as Lucid's running out, I know something's coming through the gate. Griffin seemed to get a good shot, so I'm gonna make my way back down the stairs. I'm not gonna like turn my back to it, but like moonwalk down the steps away.
Gotcha. Handful of things are going to happen real quick here.
Sure, yeah.
for everybody. We'll just finish Graves here as something comes out of the darkness and takes a shot. As the pistol fires from the darkness, how many hit points do you have left, Graves?
A Baker 6. So, yeah.
Take 7 points of damage minus whatever.
Now it says reinforced Kevlar vest, armor rating 4. What does that?
Oh,
what does
wow.
that
You've got the
mean?
big, you've got the heavy. You've taken 3 points of damage.
That's still a lot.
As she,
Ah!
this gunshot comes out of the darkness. All you've seen is the muzzle blast. The
Son of a bitch.
Largo, Lucid, Genome, Loophole. The girl jumps on Loophole's back. And this is almost surreal as she jumps onto his back. And he dives over the flames. I mean, he just takes this leap and is right next to Genome. We got to get out of here. Genome.
I'll just say point the way. And whichever way he signals, that's the way we'll go.
Yeah, you feel strong and fast and he's going down that hallway with the girl on his back. And he's slowly changing. Loophole is no longer Loophole. He's turning into a woman.
I'll follow.
It's compromised.
All right, so that's where we're at. You guys, there's a handful of the agents are in that computer room with the bomb about to go off.
Rambling to get out.
Scrambling to get out. Genome and what was Loophole and the girl are running down the hallway very, very fast. Almost taking, you can see that Loophole or the woman now is almost taking the curves on the wall, scrambling on the wall with large claws digging into the wall itself. Graves, you've heard craziness going on. You've just taken a blast out of the darkness. You're not quite sure where it came from. You know, you probably can't take another. You're bleeding, you're hurt bad, and that grate, it stopped shaking, but there's little howls coming from down there, and that grate is shaking up, being shaken again. Griffin, you see that you did drop the large female, but there's these two short children, boys, looks like twins, are really pushing that grate now and lifting the bottom up.
Oh, it's threatening to open?
Yeah.
Fuck.
They're working together. But they're low. I mean, you've got that big ass table too in the way that was used as cover. And you can barely see that these things, and again, the light from that rest of that Molotov cocktail is on its last.
Does it look like they still need a little while before they're going to actually make it through?
Yeah, they're probably going to slide out pretty quickly.
Yeah, I'm going to fire.
These are going to be hard targets.
I rolled a 20.
Dang, that's even with a 20. Yeah, that's under your... What was your rifle?
My rifle has base, so whatever base, I think it's 30.
30. Yeah, we're adding 20 for these small targets.
Okay, so then I miss.
Sorry, I'm losing my voice here, but so yeah, you open up. Graves, you do hear that there's firing below, hitting this. Um, I'm assuming you still got the dead guy as some kind of shield.
I would think by now I've probably dropped the dead.
Are you
It's
just
a
gonna book
huge,
it?
it's a huge dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I was gonna
like,
slow you down.
yeah, I'm backing away, shotgun up. I'm like frantically scanning for any sort of movement. I'm backing towards where like Griffin would be. And I assume Genome too, like G cell sticks together, so they're probably down there hanging out.
All
So
right, with Genome and Largo and Lucid. All right, let's finish some of this here.
Yeah,
As again, Genome and the
yeah.
woman and
Buffering.
child are running down the hallway. Largo, Lucid, you're out of the flames.
I'm yelling, Genome is one of them.
Yeah. You fucking
He's
traitor!
he's compromised.
Griffin, why don't you give me? I mean, a lot of stuff's been going on. You've been firing. Just give me an alertness to see if you hear that.
17 success.
Yeah. So you're hearing genome's been compromised.
I've learned to project my voice.
Do I do I
Yeah.
see Genome?
No, Genome, you are not going out into the meeting space. She is leading you to that large door that was at the end. And as you get closer to it, you can smell that rotting meat. Is just that rancid, rotted meat is just coming through. It's very sweet. It smells so good. And she is at the door, throwing that open.
Okay. Continuing to follow.
All right, you've got seconds here because I think I heard 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, so right in the center of that room is this large wooden butcher block stained with blood and gore. There's various butcher knives and cleavers hanging from a rack above that butcher block. Um, the wall that's further on, there is no more wall. It has been that concrete wall has been removed, and there's a big black gaping hole that leads into what you assume genome is tunnels. Um, there's human bones pushed up against the edges of the walls all over the place. There's a large white refrigerator in one side of the room, and there is on a rack, on a hook, what's left of Loophole. His brains have been removed and parts of his body has been consumed. She is running into that room and yells back to you, close the door.
Then I'll turn around, close the door as quickly as I can.
All right, Largo, Lucid, and Genome, you're disappearing into dark
You okay to
tunnels.
run, Largo?
I'm running.
Let's go.
I'm bolting. The second I slapped it on there and hit the button, I'm like, fuck.
All right, Largo, Lucid, I'm not going to make you roll anything. You're taking off. You see Griffin, Graves. Well, let's just go with Griffin. You had heard this. There, you see Largo and Lucid come running out. Largo, Lucid, what are you doing?
He's gone. Get to the stairs. Get up. Get up. We got to get out of here.
Yeah. The way we came in.
The explosives are set.
Yeah, I'll just shout, Graves, we're leaving.
Graves. As you come down those stairs, you drop the body. You're hurt. You've been hit multiple times now. You're not as fast as you hoped you would be. It's dark now. I'm assuming Griffin's probably got a flashlight or something kind of giving you some kind of light. Leading
Yeah, I have
the
a
rest of
tactical
them.
light.
Yeah, leading Largo and Lucid through this maze as well. Um, at that point, Griffin, or Graves, you do hear these, 4 tiny footprints
Oh God.
running around someplace in the darkness below you. The light of the Molotov is gone. You're just hearing Largo and Lucid now as they're coming out, yelling, "Run!" And Griffin's with his tactical light. He's the light at the end of the tunnel.
Mm,
Can you make it?
that's a question. First of all, there's no self-destruct button on any of these computers up on this platform, like a James Bond villain layer or
Nope,
anything.
nothing.
All
So
right. Well
Big red
then,
button.
yeah.
no big red button.
Well then, I am getting the fuck out of here as quickly as I can.
All right. I'm assuming you're just booking it. Give me alertness real quick.
60, and I got a 21. So success.
Oh, good. You do hear that there's 2 small voices behind you.
When's
Get 'em.
mommy coming home? Oh, don't get him.
Oh shit.
You can dodge.
Yes, I would like to attempt to dodge.
Yeah, you better dodge.
Okay, that's not bad. My dodge is a 40, and I got a 39. Or 36, I'm sorry.
Very good.
36. So yes.
Good job.
All right, you dodged one of the small children.
Fuck.
It's small. It's surreal. This small child jumps out of the darkness, whizzes by you. Another small child whizzes by you, completely misses, growling. Largo, Lucid, you're
Yeah, closing in on Graves.
yeah, but
No.
remember that grenade that had gone off,
Yeah, the black smoke. Yeah.
that black smoke. As you're running towards this, you've got to go through that cloud. Just give me a constitution.
Oh, yes.
Every second counts.
Oh, 3.
Nice.
Oh, 9.
Oh, you both start to cough and your eyes start to water, but no, you're booking it through. Graves. Let's play this out. Give me just a luck roll. What the heck? One last luck roll.
Oh, you're muted, Graves.
Yeah, it's a D20 high or low for a luck roll, right?
50, yeah, 100, 50.
I rolled a 14 out
Oh.
of 20. So
Yeah, you can see that these little small creatures are running beside you, but you
fuck.
jump and you're at Griffin, you're Largo, Lucid, you're all together.
Let's get the hell out of here. They're creeping. They're coming.
Yeah, you do see that, Griffin especially, you've seen that there's these small children. Why don't we do a quick sanity? Because that kind of Griffin, as you're watching this, you've seen it. Graves has been freaked out and running as fast as he can, but you're taking it in.
That's a 94, so that's a failure.
Yeah, 1d6 on that.
That's 2.
Okay. You're probably holding it together. Yeah, it creeps you the fuck out. These are little weird children dressed as children, but clearly not human, running around scampering. But they come barreling in. They're through the into the stairwell. There's a big door you can close, I'm assuming. And you're running up the
Yeah.
running up the
Yeah.
stairs.
Yeah.
And Genome, you are in these caves, these dark tunnels, but you feel comfortable. Things are good. You can see fine. She's leading you on through, and she's saying, "That bomb, that's not gonna set us. That's just gonna set us back a little bit. We're fine. They didn't get the facility. They didn't get it all. We'll wait till it explodes. We'll work our way back." to the living spaces. I've got money. We can get out of here. We can go rebuild someplace else. Have a life.
Because they will send more.
Oh, yeah, that's their nature. All right, well, how do we want to do this? This is bombs exploding, going off. Do we do a luck roll for those in the stairwell to see?
If we can get to the door before it blows.
Yeah, before it blasts you.
A single luck roll for the group, or
Yeah, whoever's feeling lucky. I mean, let's give it.
Well, Lucid's with me.
Yeah.
Is anybody else with us?
Griffin
Running for the
Largo, Griffin, and Lucid, and Graves. I mean,
I thought we were all
Graves. Yeah.
okay.
Well,
So we're headed
all
to the way
together.
that we came in.
Yeah, you're up that stairs, but as you're shutting that door, who's shutting it? And basically, yeah, who is shutting that door? Is Griffin standing behind? He's been your beacon. And if he's going to shut it, or Graves, you the last one.
I was going to say, I'd like to say Graves will probably get through and turn around with the shotgun and while somebody else shuts the door. Like we have a.
All right. I'll let you decide on who wants to shut that door. Whoever wants to shut that door will be the one rolling the luck roll. How about that?
Okay.
Or nobody shuts the door. They all run up the stairs and Graves.
And Graves, you take the blast.
No. I'll shut the door. Go ahead.
I was just thinking, I think that I wouldn't wait to shut the door.
And
Because
just
you'd
go.
probably be killed anyway. I just run up the stairs and out the front door.
Okay, yeah, that works too. I mean, if anyone's, I still will need a luck roll. If no one's going to shut the door,
I'll shut it.
this heavy
Yeah.
door.
Or if Lucid isn't going to shut it, I'll shut it.
I'll shut it. Yeah. I trust your rolling better than mine, to be honest.
Shut the door. Shut the fucking door.
I'll try. Seeing poor Graves has been shot up. I did want to help, but that's not the time.
And even
This
the
is a
explosion, you know that there's two little things out there too, as well.
This is a luck roll, yeah?
Luck roll, let's just see if you can.
Okay, I got a 20 here. So I rolled a 19.
Hey,
Not bad.
shut that door. You hear that explosion come roaring out. You're getting up onto the stairs. You're going up. Yeah, let's just kind of let's end this as you're running up that stairwell. Yes, the door blew open and there may be a fireball kind of coming up the stairwell, but you're way ahead of it. You're good. You're feeling all right. You break into the that little brick into that basement.
I like to imagine that maybe like Griffin and I are doing that. Like I'm so beat up, like I have my arm over his shoulder and I'm like limping up. I'm like, holy fucking shit! Get up there.
Like half carrying each other. I'm curious, when the bomb actually goes off, is it just the house that explodes, or is there like multiple places in the neighborhood that suddenly like shoot with these fire bombs?
No, it actually is that the flames go up, and I suspect at one point you probably backed up against the concrete wall and let this flame kind of and smoke kind of roll up out into that basement area. You can hear, I mean, there's a lot of damage and some crashing and stuff going on down below you, but the stairwell is solid. Everything seems to held well, and you've avoided any major injury.
Holy
Well,
fuck.
we lost Genome.
What happened down there? What the fuck just happened down there?
Infestation of ghouls or something.
The hell happened to Genome?
We found one. There's a girl and it looked like
Genome turned into
loophole.
one of them.
Genome was beginning to physically change. He put his hand on my shoulder and convinced me to back down, and then tried to blow up my head.
We need to get
Whoa.
the fuck out of here.
Whoa.
We can't go back to headquarters because Gino knows where it is.
Fuck, is there anything back there?
I don't know. We've got to. They're probably we got to get Delta Green to come out here with a huge assault team. Maybe blow this whole area off the face of the earth.
Yeah,
What?
as you come rolling out, you can't stay in that basement. There's
No,
smoke
no.
up. You come coughing out of that building. You can still see that the dealer or the concrete block building's still standing. Um, yeah, this is a lot of noise. There's that classic underground something exploded. So what? Fire hydrants are you know opened up, and there's some screaming and some maybe a couple of little buildings that were in the in between where you're at, and the concrete is collapsed. And yeah, your car is right there. You left it.
Yeah.
Why genome? Largo, why?
I don't know. He just suddenly started looking all glazed eyed over and started smiling and shifting his eyes side to side and
Is
getting a
there
dirty little snicker on his face. And
was it the
then-
smoke we inhaled or something?
No,
Did
I
you get-
think he just was persuaded by something, whatever that
The
thing
morning
was that I
rays
saw.
of the morning sun are coming up as
Let's get in our
you're
car and get the hell out of here.
driving
Yeah.
away. Genome, what do you want to do? What do you want to, say? What do you want to do? How do you want to end this?
Genome is going to follow her as far as they go, just taking in the surroundings now, his new abilities, his new physical traits, and finally feeling like he is actually able to both do something, contribute, and follow his passion of learning. And he'll just kind of continue down the tunnel into the darkness.
Yeah, and if you're not going to try to get retribution on your fellow
No,
teammates
I don't.
right now.
No, yeah,
She leads
he has the knowledge if he needs to.
she leads you back into kind of the living facilities that are all very nice and shiny and clean, and she's been stashing money, and she goes to a safe, and her the girl that's with her, she introduces, this is um I thank you very much. I mean, she introduces herself as um what am I about? Lydia, Dr. Lydia McCollin, and her daughter, Clara. They've been down here for a long time. They've been working for M12, Majestic 12. But she's been preparing to flee this. You also there's another scientist, an older scientist, heavier set man down there. He's also changed. And a female woman in her 30s, pretty. She's just undergoing the change as well with you. Um, she's an agent of Majestic as well. And they're like, yeah, we took the compromise to live. And we are all dying pretty much from some kind of terminal illness. And this was our way to survive.
I'll say,
Yeah, now we're free. I mean, we don't have to answer to anyone.
and I'm ready to live and to learn.
All right. And we'll switch back to the rest of the group. You've taken off into the sunrise.
Lucid's going to patch the others up as best as he can, starting with
We've
Graves.
We've taken off to find a new spot to contact Delta Green and tell them everything that happened. and that this is an extremely serious infestation and it may be spreading. They need to find a way to stop it.
Right.
And I'll tell them that I don't think that it's Majestic 12, but it is something.
And I mean, Clarice will get back to you. You'll meet up with her after the 2 weeks. Um, I guess the
Four.
four of you. I was going to ask Genome. You do know that they're supposed to meet and where they're supposed to meet.
Yeah, we don't do that.
I think I would let you said the one like head gnome or gnome ghoul is Lydia. That's her
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
I would kind of put it to her, and say, I you know I know where they are planning to meet. I know where their base is. I don't feel it is necessary to go after them, but I defer to you.
Well, I mean, they've taken so much from us, but I don't want to compromise my daughter's safety anymore. I knew it was gonna come to an end at some point. So she had prepared, there's passports, new birth certificates. She had all kinds of things ready to go. And in that facility, she can start setting you up as well. Genome.
It's
Genome?
best just to move on.
Genome, leave the fucking Denny's alone.
So the rest of the group doesn't meet Clarice at the designated
Well, no,
time.
we would get some message to her
Right.
that there's been a
Yeah.
compromise. So it would all be rescheduled and redone.
Okay.
Probably wouldn't be 2 weeks either. We'd do it immediately.
Yeah, Clarice is there. Yeah. You want to meet at a Denny's?
Yes. A different location. Different location.
Denny's number 629 over, yeah.
She'll meet you there at the spot. She's sitting behind there with a cup of coffee. So it was a shit show, but we've taken care of the facility.
Well, yeah, hopefully we don't even know the extent of it. I think we barely got inside.
Yeah, I think we're gonna own that property now. But yeah, we didn't want to bring in the heavies. We didn't want to hit it as hard as we had to, but there's gonna be a lot of questions and a lot of cover-ups that we're gonna have to do. It's just gonna be a lot more work. But
There was nothing to say that Genome was going to do that. I think we need to worry about the possibility of other. Heck, for a second, I thought they turned you too, Largo, but
I've got too much good training, too much good DG training. I saw something and it tried to turn me. It tried to pull me onto its side, but I am sorry. Giant enthroned black tentacled monsters. I'm just not going to go in that direction.
they could have given you back your wife.
Yeah, bullshit. They would have given me back something that looked like my
Exactly.
wife.
You would have dug up your wife and they would have eaten her.
I've read enough books about when the devil makes a deal with
you,
somebody.
you think that was really
Exactly.
loophole?
I don't know. I don't know anything about Genome. I mean, he wasn't in our group. I don't know what happened to Loophole. I think
I think
Loophole.
loophole is just wrong
I think
place, wrong time.
I don't think that was Loophole. I think that was something else.
Wow.
I
I
think
think
loophole
Loophole
was the
was dead.
loophole was the disemboweled. We saw his body, right?
Oh, you did. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Oh, maybe I didn't.
No, yeah, it was
who?
just what it
I
was.
forget though. Who else was transfixed when they looked at the sign?
Lucid.
Only Griffin. Lucid wasn't. Lucid
Oh
had
no,
never
I'm
seen.
sorry. It was
Genome
Griffin.
was.
It was Largo, Griffin, and Genome.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
you
so I've
two passed your second PAL rolls.
yeah,
Genome did not.
but I got my eye on Griffin.
do we want to end it there? As you're having this conversation over pancakes
Yeah.
and coffee and whatever else you eat
Yeah.
it. All
I
right.
think it was thank you for running it. It was great.
Well,
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Thomas.
Very,
Thank you.
very
you guys
exciting.
came at
Amazing.
it obliquely, but yeah, it was fun.
So just to say, that was not a decision that I made lightly. I'm just saying I don't like playing. I don't like going against the group. And just doing it because my character would do it, that type of thing. But Genome had failed every role in the game except for one. So he was feeling super inadequate. When he lost sanity, when he went in crazy the first time, it was when he was looking at that sign and everything just lined up with the promises they were making. It
Yeah.
just made sense to him.
I think
Well,
it was
you were a
right
scientist, so
Right.
It
yeah,
was a
you'd be
super epic moment, man. I was half wishing at the time, like, man, if I was going to die, that'd be like the perfect narrative scene to die in. I
I would have
Yeah.
loved it. A crit
Yeah.
on that. Yeah, just blasted Lucid away. It would have been just
that is how the junior agent dies in the movies, right? Like because he like is enough to like slow his roll for a second and be like, "What, really?" And then bam, he's dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got
I-
base skill in every weapon, so that's why I did so badly. And
yeah,
you guys
you're
kept
not.
giving me all the stuff like the explosives. I'm like, okay.
I did not see that coming.
I was walking towards you, Lucid. My intention was to whisper, "Play along, idiot," but
Well, I think you figured that we were going to surrender and they would. I didn't realize that they were going to shoot.
yeah, I had no idea Lucid what Genome was going to
I
do.
was going to do that. So,
I mean,
yeah, I was thinking that you were going to disarm me at first, and then like, oh, okay, no, the sign language. Oh my gosh.
the goal of Loophole or Lydia was just to get her daughter out.
Yeah.
And she had kind of got backed into a corner here but yeah,
I feel like we were overmatched. We just got lucky with some rolls.
Oof.
yeah, there was like, two more combatants on the back side and more ghouls could have come.
Ghouls are
You guys-
tough,
Yeah.
they're super fast and super strong
and they heal very quickly.
yeah, there's all kinds of craziness
Unless you
about
blow their head off, which you did for that one.
that one.
Oh, Graves! Oh my gosh!
Yeah, good
They
moment.
no prisoners.
He was feeling he didn't want to do the change. He felt that this was not a good thing, and he was going against his own god, and so he was looking for a way out as well.
Ah,
was happy to oblige.
I thought that was what he was doing.
Let's talk about epic moments. My gosh,
It's interesting because the ghouls in other scenarios, they can sometimes be the good guys. You
Yeah.
you
Everybody
get a lot
has
of
their
help
own-
from the ghouls.
They had their own motives, and again, other parties have come in through it. The cleaning crew, the women, and have gotten, especially one woman with the child, with the boy. She's ready to give up this group down here, and would have given you the codes, would have gotten down in. But since you had the battle with the sentries out there, you left. Yeah, there had to be something. They were prepared. They were all ready for you.
Yeah, the big problem being more diggy and worship. Which-
Well, there's yeah.
I remember in one game that we played, I argued very strongly with the others in favor of the ghouls because I said that they weren't really supernatural, that they were part of nature. I mean, some people eat live food and some people are scavengers, and they were just the natural scavengers that eat up the dead bodies, just like in nature. There's no reason to think they were supernatural in any way.
The
Maybe
only
I was wrong,
supernatural about these ghouls were that they were being compromised with the sigil of Mordian, of the undead god, or the unclean god or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Nasty.
and they were going in again. All these people had reasons for, or turning to become ghouls, and most of them were dying of some kind of terminal disease. That's why there wasn't that many down here.
Well, that was a lot of fun.
It was really
It
good.
was amazing.
Cool. I'm glad everyone liked it. Yeah. They were just living lives, eating their pizza with
Yep.
bits of dead people on them.
Were
Our players
we the
included-
bad guys?
Yeah, maybe we
We're the
were.
bad guys. Our players included Stefan Amshi, Colin Richards, Tyler Hudak, Mike McCann, and myself with Thomas Grooms as the keeper of arcane lore. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members. You can set up private games. You can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Spotify, Podbean, or iTunes. Support for the show is provided by our patrons who are listed in the closing credits. If you'd like to show us your appreciation, please visit our Patreon page, or you can use the thanks button just below the screen. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answer any questions you might have. This is Thom Raley, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Delta Green role-playing game. Until next time, good luck and good gaming.